Welcome in, welcome in. Story, the mighty potatoes. Continue. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't disable all of them. Twitch's gotta make their money somehow. Okie dokie, let's see. So we got our nest built back up after it got destroyed, I think. I think we just gotta upgrade it. We have one more level to do, and then the boss level. Of course, we could go back and do the challenge modes. We have done it on a couple of them. But this is our new one. We haven't done this one yet. Ow! I just hit my elbow. So, we'll do this one. I have no clue what we're doing in this one. If we upgrade all our ants, and we need more food after this level, then we'll come back and do a challenge mode so we can get some more food. But I think we're doing pretty okay with food. So let's upgrade our ants. We'll upgrade our ants after the level, actually. So this one, the savannah is dangerous at night. These man-beetle ants must ensure their nest is well defended. Ooh, okay. So, I like the fast responders.
Escorted by a small entourage of
Okay, what we
soldiers,
got?
this young queen
Sorry,
has
I'm
set
talking
out
over the
to
narrator.
establish a new colony on the edge of the savannah. These are Megaponera analis, the Matabele ants. They are large, fierce, and specialize in raiding termite nests.
I think we've heard that before. Yeah, they're pretty much the nemesis of termites. So Manabio ants will, on the whole, ignore food sources other than the termites they hunt. Food sources other than termites will provide greatly reduced resources. Get your soldiers to the termite mounds soon. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay. So it looks like we got some food around us. Looks like we already got a couple. So we got a worker mound, and so our workers by our queens, and we got 2 soldier mounds. Okay. So we have 70 food. So let's dig out this, because we're going to need a food storage place. I don't know if this is going to unlock a tunnel. Last time it did, which is annoying. But we dealt with it. Okay, let's build our food sources. The first thing I would have done was The first thing I would have done was build worker ants. But seeing as they graciously provided us 10 of our soldier ants already, I'm going to work on food. Because we're going to need lots of food in order to support our workers to defend the nest. And especially our queen. The queen is the most important part. So we're going to use our remaining food supplies.
The Matabele may be predators, but they are very picky about their prey.
Yeah.
The creatures nearby are
Okay, we got 3
insignificant
termite
compared
mounds.
to the
Do we have any
vast
objectives
and
yet?
replenishable bounty locked within the local termite
I do not think we
mounds.
have any objectives
Raids
left.
are conducted at dusk and dawn,
Or left.
and the night is
We don't have any
almost
objectives
over.
yet.
It is time.
We're out of food. Okay. So, let's see. I think we're going to strike the middle one first. I normally do... Okay, I think we have some inside our nest. So, we're going to dig out this way. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I am not an expert at playing Empires of the Undergrowth. I play just for fun, not to be good at it, because I love
There are
playing with the
3
little ants.
Macrotermes bellicosus termite nests in the vicinity. The Matabele must choose
So we
a target
have
quickly
a tunnel
and move
here,
with purpose.
which I thought we would. So we're gonna take down this
The
guy.
Matabele workers
He'll
have
provide us
unearthed
bunches
part
of
an
food.
African stink
Bunches
ant
and bunches
tunnel.
of food.
This one appears to be deserted, a remnant of a past
And then we're gonna send
colony.
some guys over here. Keep these dudes on here. We also not just because we place down foods our first objective doesn't mean we're not gonna work on our worker ants. We need to work on our worker ants because they will help us collect food and stuff faster. What's going on over here? Did you guys go and put food away? That's why you guys took so long? I need a soda. You know what I've been craving recently? Fanta strawberry. I don't know why. I just been craving Fanta strawberry. Okay. Can these soldiers not collect food? Okay, go back to the queen then. We'll send our worker ants. Which means that's entrance. Sure, we'll do it down here. No. Yeah. We'll do it right here. Do 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 do. Oh, that's fine. I was like, why are the soldier ants collecting any food? Why are they just laying around? Duh. They don't got no food storage. I'm a dork. Silly me. Actually, we don't need to cut this off. We'll just open that up. We're just gonna open that up. And we're gonna open this up. Now we need we're gonna open this up.
In most ant colonies, injured soldiers are left to die on the battlefield, but the Matabele do not forsake their sisters so easily. Ants wounded in battle and unable to walk release pheromones calling their comrades for help. If unburdened raiders are available, the casualties are carried home and nursed back to health. The ants must fight.
The ants must fight. Who we fighting? Those guys? Go fight those guys.
As the midday sun rises overhead, the termites retreat
Lizard!
into the cool depths of their fortified mounds. Raiding at this time would be troublesome, and there would usually be little reason for the Matabele to leave their nests. However, West African rainbow lizards,
Lizard.
Ogama africana, have come to bask in the clearing. If too many are allowed together, the evening raids may be disrupted.
And 12. There we go. An even number. Perfect. What are these? What are these? Soldiers. Yep. Yep. Medics. Yep. Okay. I see. Let's get some worker ants placed down. What do you think? Let's see. Some more food up here.
Excavations have uncovered a common earwig, Forficula auricularia, nesting in the soil. It will protect its young vigorously. As dusk begins to set in and the dusty earth cools, the termites march out of their mounds to collect dead wood and leaves. Time for the Matabili to replenish their larders.
There's a little red thing down here. I don't know what that is.
The battle has begun.
You are my value, my one desire when you. I can get to them through here.
The ants must fight.
As night draws in, nocturnal scrubland specialists emerge from their hiding places to hunt. For the colony, the benefits of facing down these beasts are far outweighed by the cost in soldier casualties. Fortunately, the nest entrance is too small for the largest and most dangerous arthropods to crawl through. The ants will be safe underground. The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
The sky brightens and the nighttime scavengers begin to dissipate, leaving space for Matabele raiding columns. The termites, although much smaller than the ants, are far from easy game. They have their own soldier castes whose job is to make the raids as difficult as possible for the ants. With durable head armor and keen jaws, it is not uncommon for the defenders to maim and even kill raiding soldiers. As soon as the Matabele have enough food, they should leave without delay. The Matabele should be careful not to overpillage any one mound. If the termites are too weakened, they will not recover their numbers in time for the next raid. The temperature outside is rising, and the termites retreat inside to escape desiccation. The termites will soon venture out once again to forage. For the hungry Matabele ants, now is the time to strike.
The ants must defend themselves. The ants will fight to the death.
It is quiet tonight. Usually the undergrowth would be bustling with nighttime predators, but few have surfaced. Something has them spooked. Tremors can be felt from within the nest. There's a creature on the move, and it's getting closer. A fully grown sun spider, Zaria Kiserlinji, has found the nest. She's looking for a burrow to lay her eggs, and this is the perfect spot. Unable to fit through the entrance, she'll need to dig her way in. This could be disastrous for the colony. The sun spider has bulldozed through the nest entrance and into the tunnels. She must be stopped. It is finished. The sun spider was finally bested by the ants, but not before decimating the nest. The cavern she left in her wake is now likely to attract even larger creatures. The colony had better be prepared. With the sun spider threat eliminated, the Matabele have an opportunity to raid freely while the termites are active. They should make the most of it while they can.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood. The battle has begun.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores. It is almost noon, and the termites go to ground. Further raids are unlikely to be fruitful, for now. The termites are ramping up their activities. The Matabele should seize this opportunity before the nocturnal predators are too numerous. The rainbow lizards are immense and more than capable of dealing with a few ants. The Matabele colony will need to make a significant show of force and target the lizards one at a time to stand any chance of driving them away. The gaping nest entrance is unlikely to go unnoticed for long. The Matabele should stand guard. There will be invaders tonight. An African giant centipede, Etmostigmus trigonopodus, approaches the nest. Searching for a good ambush spot, it wasn't expecting to find an ant colony, but now irritated and hungry, it confronts the soldiers. Despite its great size, rows of segmented armor plates allow it to remain agile, and its forward legs have been modified into fangs, with which it can puncture and inject venom into its victims. The giant centipede is dead. A lesser colony would have surely fallen to the monster. Although the Matabele queen has survived, the undergrowth remains perilous. The ants should clear the carcass and replenish quickly. Night is over, and the raiding window opens once again.
The ants must fight.
A tiger beetle, Dromequida elegantia, has spotted the ants. This exuberant red hunter possesses all the usual traits: keen eyesight, long, powerful legs, and efficient carving jaws. The Matabele dug greedily into a termite nest, all the way to the queen's chamber. This colossal egg-dispensing grub represents a huge feast for the ants, but at the cost of losing a stable food supply. With her passing, there is no longer any reason to return to this mound. Rainbow lizards are beginning to arrive. The Matabele would do well to keep them in check.
The ants must defend themselves.
The sun has almost set, the sand has cooled, and the termites resume their harvest. darkness looms, and the savanna arthropods emerge to hunt. There is but one the Matabele have yet to face, the greatest amongst their number. It comes tonight. It is here, Pandinus Imperator, the Emperor Scorpion. Growing to 20 centimeters in length, this true titan of the undergrowth dwarfs almost anything that crosses its path. With bulging pedipalps equally effective for digging up insects and tearing them apart, this encounter could mean extinction for the colony.
The queen is in imminent danger.
Even as wave after wave of soldiers were crushed, the Matabele would not relent. The fiercest raiders mounted the beast, whilst maimed defenders sliced at its joints. Finally, the Emperor Scorpion fell. Having bested the three titans, the message to the savanna arthropods is clear. Confronting the Matabele in their home will only end one way.
Ugh, crumbs everywhere. Who's been bringing food into the lab?
This Macrotermes bellicosus termite king and queen are one of 3 reproductive pairs that founded colonies here. Vegetation is less abundant on the savanna than in the jungle, and with these 3 mounds being so close to one another, there isn't enough food to sustain them all. Eventually, 2 of them will be outcompeted. To make matters worse, a huge emperor scorpion is nesting nearby, and this one is particularly adept at hunting termites. Its immense pedipalps are the perfect tools for bulldozing through reinforced termite mound walls. Similar to leafcutter ants, Macrotermes are fungus farmers. Dead plant matter is first harvested and eaten by the workers. This initial digestion provides little in the way of nutrition, serving mainly to churn and mix the plant matter with fungal spores. The fecal substrate is then excreted and sculpted into an energy-rich fungus comb to be fed to the rest of the colony. Termite-raiding Matabele ants are active in this area, and given the abundance of termites here, the Matabele are unlikely to exercise restraint when pillaging any one mound. The threat of annihilation from both starvation and predation will set these otherwise amicable termite colonies against each other.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
The termites will fight to the death. Dawn breaks and a Matabele raid is imminent. They're heading straight for the northern mound. The termites will fight to the death. As the midday sun scorches the savanna, the termites should go to ground. Out in the open, they won't survive for long. The termites must fight. The termites will fight to the death. Just as harvesting operations resume, the Matabele begin their approach. Tonight they raid the southern mound. The termites must defend themselves.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
The Emperor Scorpion has breached the nest walls. The soldiers will need to mount a formidable defense to stand any chance of seeing it off. The Scorpion has left, but not before it ate heartily. It will return. Like clockwork, the Matabele have returned for their tribute. The raiding column is bound for the central termite colony. The termites must fight. The sand around the mound is heating under the midday sun. Termites wandering far from the safety of the nest will dry out quickly. The day is drawing to an end, and under the crimson mantle of twilight the Matabele march forward. They will strike at the northern mound. The termites will fight to the death. Matabele ants aren't the only swarm raiders to be worried about. African stink ants have established extensive tunnel networks in this area, and recent excavations have revealed the termites. The Emperor Scorpion is back. The Queen must be protected. The termites must defend themselves. The Scorpion's hunger is sated for now. It will likely be back tomorrow. It's breakfast time for the Matabili. They have selected the central mound for their morning raid. The termites must fight. The undergrowth is baking in the midday sun. Insects ill-equipped to withstand the high temperatures will fall victim to heat stroke. The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores. The sun has set, and without fail the Matabili launch their raid. They will arrive imminently at the southern mound. The Emperor Scorpion has returned to feed. It must be stopped. In an unprecedented show of resistance, the termite soldiers swarmed the Emperor Scorpion and gouged at its joints. Underestimating the termite's tenacity, the scorpion overstayed its welcome. When it finally tried to leave, it was too late. Collapsing in the mound, it was torn apart by the very creatures it sought to prey upon. Dawn breaks, and a Matabele raid is imminent. They're heading straight for the northern mound. As the midday sun scorches the savannah, the termites should go to ground. Out in the open, they won't survive for long. Just as harvesting operations resume, the Matabili begin their approach. Tonight they raid the central mound. The termites must fight. The termites must fight. Termites from rival colonies have met in battle. Soldiers will no doubt be attracted to the commotion. Like clockwork, the Matabele have returned for their tribute. The raiding column is bound for the southern termite colony. The insatiable Matabele raiders pressed with fervor to the center of the southern mound, executing the queen and king in their chamber. Only 2 active mounds remain. The sand around the mound is heating under the midday sun. Termites wandering far from the safety of the nest will dry out quickly. With only 2 colonies remaining, the northern termites mount a desperate and risky offensive against the central mound. One last-ditch effort to weaken their neighbor and secure their place as the sole food supply to the Matabele.
I'll be right back, guys.
The day is drawing to an end, and under the crimson mantle of twilight, the Matabele march forward. They will strike at the northern mound. A subterranean stink ant raiding party has entered the nest.
I have returned. This one's kind of boring. We're just kind of sitting around because I don't want to go and fight the other colonies. So I'm just playing it safe. So we're just kind of here waiting. Slowly building up our army.
The termites will fight to the death. The termites must defend themselves. It's breakfast time for the Matabili. They have selected the central mound for their morning raid. The undergrowth is baking in the midday sun. Insects ill-equipped to withstand the high temperatures will fall victim to heat stroke. The sun has set, and without fail the Matabele launch their raid. They will arrive imminently at the central mound. The termites must fight. The termites must fight.
The workers have done all they can to improve these food stores. Dawn breaks, and a Matabele raid is imminent. They're heading straight for the northern mound. As the midday sun scorches the savannah, the termites should go to ground. Out in the open, they won't survive for long. Just as harvesting operations resume, the Matabili begin their approach. Tonight they raid the central mound. The termites must defend themselves. The termites must fight. A skirmish between termites has broken out over access to food. The termites must fight. Like clockwork, the Matabili have returned for their tribute. The raiding column is bound for the central termite colony. The sand around the mound is heating under the midday sun. Termites wandering far from the safety of the nest will dry out quickly. The day is drawing to an end, and under the crimson mantle of twilight, the Matabele march forward. They will strike at the northern mound. African stink ants are invading. The termite soldiers will need to mobilize quickly before too many workers are lost. The termites must defend themselves. African stink ants have dug into the nest from below to pillage workers. With the northern and southern mounds emptied, the remaining termites inherit complete control of the local vegetation. Feeding unhindered, they will outgrow the threat from the raiders and extend their mound into a towering savanna fortress. A monument worthy of a great termite empire.
Ugh, crumbs everywhere. Who's been bringing food into the lab?
Kidoki, guys. This is the last boss challenge. Can we do it? Let's see.
Guess what I've got? It's been a long road, hasn't it, my Reptus? You've done so well. Everyone doubted your potential for selective assimilation. Everyone except for me, of course. We need only arouse the remaining mutation vectors and it will be complete. Imagine it. No host rejection, no secondary augmentations. Tonight we finish it. Tonight we conduct the final experiment. Everything is arranged. Perhaps not as clinical as certified company equipment, but we'll make do. Our fates are intertwined now, my little ants. Do not fail me. We'll program a simple linear sequence to begin with. Acid, laser, electrode, then fire. Don't be shy. You want the jelly, don't you? Look, a nice big blob on the surface. Come and get it. You haven't tasted this before, have you, my reptiles? Pure, concentrated jelly. None of the other specimens survived exposure, so you'll be the first. Unless my hypothesis is wrong, in which case your lethal neoplasms will spread through the colony. No one wants to see that. Wakey, wakey. acid is pressurized, the nozzle takes aim, the danger is clear, but the jelly's right here. Your move. The early bird catches the death ray. If you think by not trying you can't fail, you are very much mistaken. How about some bombardier beetles? Now that you've faced down a jet of noxious super acid, these should be child's play. The laser is charged to 20 watts. Don't look into the beam. This noisy equipment must be quite intimidating. How about a familiar distraction? A handful of tiger beetles will do nicely. It could be years before I get this opportunity again.
Okay, one, I have no clue what was going on. So, maybe I have to stay, like, on the surface so he doesn't tap the glass. I don't know. We'll try again.
Guess what I've got? It's been a long road, hasn't it, my Reptus? You've done so well. Everyone doubted your potential for selective assimilation. Everyone except for me, of course. We need only arouse the remaining mutation vectors and it will be complete. Imagine it. No host rejection, no secondary augmentations. Tonight we finish it. Tonight, we conduct the final experiment. Everything is arranged. Perhaps not as clinical as certified company equipment, but...
The various pieces of test equipment, which I'm guessing are these four, will harm the ants in target zones when activated. Avoid them as best you can. Attacks will increase in size and strength as the level progresses.
But we make do. Our fates are intertwined now, my little ants. Do not fail me. We'll program a simple linear sequence to begin with. Acid, laser, electrode, then fire. Don't be shy. You want the jelly, don't you? Look, a nice big glob on the surface. Come and get it.
Okay. This one wasn't the problem. We got to this one pretty quickly.
You haven't tasted this before, have you, my Reptus? Pure, concentrated jelly. None of the other specimens survived exposure, so you'll be the first. Unless my hypothesis is wrong, in which case your lethal neoplasms which purge the colony. No one wants to see that.
So I have my ants on the surface. Hopefully it doesn't tap on the glass.
The acid is pressurized, the nozzle takes aim, the danger is clear, but the jelly's right here. Your move.
Okay, so let's get these guys over here. These guys over here. So I have my ants on the surface, so hopefully it doesn't tap the glass. Okay, let's collect this.
Bombardier beetles. Now that you've faced down a jet of noxious super acid, these should be child's play.
Okay, we got all the food. We're good.
The laser is charged to 20 watts. Don't look into the beam.
Okay, so far now that I have my ants out here, he's not tapping the glass.
All this noisy equipment must be quite intimidating. How about a familiar distraction? A handful of tiger beetles will do nicely. Charging the capacitors. Now don't be startled if you hear a slight pop. Imagine while all this is going on if you had to share your terrarium with a collection of highly agitated spiders. Why, it would be absolute pandemonium. Whoops! Fire extinguisher on standby for this one. Safety first. And that concludes the warm-up test. How was that? Feeling limber? Stretched? Hungry for more? Good. Next, we'll observe the effects of simultaneous exposure to multiple stimulants, programming in a distributed sequence. There. Good luck. Let's make the arena more interesting, shall we? What about a selection of angry mantises? That's interesting, isn't it? Perhaps the stimulation intensity should be increased. After all, our brave raptors have not come this far to be coddled. They expect stringent test conditions. We'll start by expanding the acid discharge stream. Yes, it's working. The rate of adaptation has accelerated tenfold. Let's increase the electrode discharge capacity next. Oh, and it looks like you're running out of mantises. Let me help you with that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. exposure to 3 cycles of each stimulant complete. It would seem that full spectrum immunity has yet to develop. Do you know what that means, my little Ereptus? That's right, you're so clever. Inserting triplet stimulant combinations into the sequence. We just need to increase the power draw. No! Useless! Isolated! Go! Go! Where is it? Aha! I just need to prise it open. Ah. Let there be light. And then there was... this could complicate matters. One, 3, 6, 2... well, that's rude, isn't it? 1, 3, 6, 2... Change the alarm codes, have we? Well, how about these alarm codes? Wonderful! Perfect! Almost. Again. Shut up. Thank you. Now, back to the matter at hand. I think it's about time we increased oxygen flow into the burner. Don't you? After all, that little fiasco won't have gone unnoticed. Oh, and I almost forgot to connect the feeder colonies. You remember those, don't you, my little Ereptus? what's left? Ah, increasing the laser wattage. Quickly now, we don't have much time. Perhaps more hens will help to heighten the urgency. Already? Can you not give me a moment's peace? Well, there's no going back now. Programming in the final sequence. Oh, it comes with scorpions. I'd love to stay and observe, but I need to go and buy us a little more time. Good thing I brought my dynamite. I'll put a little bit here, a little bit there, here, there, spread it all about. The door frame connected to the fuse bit, the fuse bit connected to the wire bit, yes, the wire bit connected to my foot bone. Oh, that can't be right.
He's here! I knew it!
There's no way out. Put your hands up and step out into the corridor.
Oh, just in time.
I want him arrested now!
Think we should get back.
Fire in the hole.
Get back!
My little ants, look at you. Perfected. This is the end, I'm afraid. After all, we can't have those brainless parasites unraveling all of your secrets, can we? So, I hope you understand. It's not personal. There's just one final step. A once lethal catalyst for unbounded mutation, now tamed and molded through you, my Ereptor host, and finally rectified for human consumption. Tonight, I imbibe the power of the colony. Yes, I can feel it. It's working. What? desolate state of life. We? What did I say? Oh, this shouldn't be happening.
The power of the colony. The bonds of the colony.
No!
Yes. My queen. My queen must not be harmed. I serve the will of the colony. My queen must not be harmed. I serve the will of the colony. It is done. I serve the will of the colony. I serve the will of the colony. My queen must not be harmed.
Okay, brace there. Fires are out. We're making our way through to the lab now.
We must leave now, my queen. It is not safe here. We will go into the wild and feed so that you may birth the first elates. Securing the line of the Ereptor will need much sustenance.
Dear Lord, what is that?
No! What has he done? Get everyone out! Seal the doors!
That is not the ending I thought this game would have. That's crazy. It's a good ending, don't get me wrong. It was intense. But that was a cool ending. I guess now we're going into the wild and have a mutated scientist to protect us. And the mighty potatoes live on forever and ever now. Thanks for sticking around and watching the Empires of the Undergrowth. And I'll wait for the credits to be end. Well, I guess that's the end of Empires of the Undergrowth. We've completed all of the bosses. Now we could go on to Elden Ring. The DLC. Shadow of the Erd Tree. It should be pretty fun. Well, I hope you guys watched it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the Mighty Potatoes take over everything. If you guys liked it, maybe check it out for yourself and play it. It's a really cool game. There's a lot more to it than probably what I showed. Because I didn't do like any of the big challenges. Thank you for making Empires of Near the Growth. I did. We just now finished it. The mighty potatoes have defeated every enemy. They are victorious. Is it frozen? Or is it just taking forever to load? Also, welcome in. I think it's frozen. Or it's just taking a really long time to load. I don't know. We're gonna sit here. There was, well, I don't know if you would call it a final boss, really. The last I mean, I call it a boss. But like the last challenge you do, you had to make your ants run away from 4 different machines. And then once you survived that, the scientist drank some kind of liquid and it turned him into like mutated ant scientist dude and protected us. But then since he was mutated, he couldn't control the subjects. So like it was like an overwhelming amount of like toads and centipedes and scorpions and like every enemy you defeated in the game so far, like a ton just dropped all at once. But once you survived that, then that was in, and the mutated scientist reached his hand down and was like, "Come on, Queen, I'll take you to the wild where we can survive." And he reaches his hand down, and we climb onto his hand, and he kills all the other scientists, and we run into the forest. So yeah. I guess there wasn't just one boss. It was multiple mini bosses. If that makes sense. Bum, 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 bum. I think it's frozen. Well, I think it would have loaded by now. No. Yeah, it's definitely frozen. The game is about ants. My mighty potatoes. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. It's about ants that fight other insects. Congratulations! You've completed Empires of the Rose Store mode. Your formication has been returned to just before you completed the final challenge. Remember to take your ultimate colony into a custom game and to further test its mettle. Also check out multiple an arcade. Bullet ants unlocked. You have unlocked the mighty bullet ants, which can now be acquired and upgraded from the adaptive menu. These ants specialize in encountering very large creatures, but come at a significant cost. Their tiles won't produce ants unless they're level 3. New Game Plus unlocked. You can now play the campaign in New Game Plus mode, which can be accessed through the level selection mode. In this mode, you'll keep all your unlocks from the previous run, but all the enemies you encounter will be stronger. You can also take the queen and species adaptation you made to your ants into the document entry to help you survive. New Game Plus is repeatable with increased difficulty each time. How far can you get? Probably not very far. I barely made it this way. You have unlocked Wood Ant Soldiers, Leafcutter Meteor Soldiers, Medieval Soldiers, and both Termite Miners and Major Soldiers, which can be acquired and upgraded. You can power them up with minor improvements to take on challenges of the new Game Plus, or take them into custom games with your former carrying quality. Goodness gracious. Okay. But yes, these are the Maggie potatoes. We need food. Let's go get some food. The mighty potatoes. Okay, let's look at our upgrades. So many. So we got wood ants, leaf cutter ants, mandible ants, termite, and termite soldier ants. So many. Gonna have to make so many new things to put you guys in here. But yeah, so we got these guys. We all had to fix, except for the lizard. I didn't see any lizards. I saw the other ones, like these toads, salamanders, the spiders, grasshoppers. I didn't see any hermits. I mean, it was a bunch of chaos, so I probably didn't see a lot of them. Nom 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 nom. Ooh, I can fight the giant centipede again? Is it giant though? Or is it just normal size? It's normal size. Bummer. And when we were fighting the last, what's it called? The last level before the big challenge, there was a giant centipede, way bigger than this one. I don't even know where that one went. It died immediately. But it was way bigger. And then there's an Impian Scorpion, which was bigger, and he destroyed. But I got him. He got taken down easily. My mighty potatoes are very strong. And they've almost collected all the food in that little time I was talking. And we're full on food. Okay, goodness. I have so many ants to place. So yeah, this one, triage. There's a giant centipede. But they went down very easily. Because my mighty potatoes are amazing. Yeah. If you guys want to see my potatoes fight a certain number of any of these creatures, I will gladly test their might against any of them. If you think they can take down my potatoes. Thank you. Well, we only got a little bit of food to collect, so I'm just gonna level these tiles up until we can collect all the food that we got from that level. And then we're gonna say goodbye. This will probably be the last time you guys see the Mighty Potatoes, but seeing how this is my favorite game, I will definitely play this again. If you guys actually like seeing me play with ants, please let me know, and I'll go back through Empire Zone Neargrowth on like medium or hard, and you guys can watch me struggle. So let me know. Let's see. We collected all the food. That was quick. We upgraded everything. There's not much else to do besides testing my potatoes. So, I mean, I guess let's put our potatoes to the test. So let's put them, let's say, here. So we'll do one of these, 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 one of these. Actually, I'd like to be more contained, so you guys go down here. So that's level 1. We did one of each. Took them down beautifully. Level 2. Wait for them to get inside. Hey, go inside. You, go inside. It's like, no, I'm enjoying the sun. Okay, fine. Okay, so now level 2. So we got one of these. One of these, 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 and one of these. Boo ba doo ba doo ba doo boo. Actually, we're just gonna put everybody on the queen. You guys defend how you guys want to defend. Queen, you are in control of them. Oh, are we done already? My Mighty Potatoes successfully did number 3. Okay, now we're gonna do number 3. Okay, so we got one of these. One of these, 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 one of these. Level 3. Boop a doop a doop a doo boo. Boop a doop a doop a doo doo. Look at those frogs. They're so big. And my little potatoes will knock them out. I mean, honestly, isn't that what happened in a real... Oh, there's a spider down here. I didn't even realize. Level 4! Okay, last level. Before you guys say goodbye to Mighty Potatoes. This one? This one, 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 this one. Have at it. Try your best. I mean, honestly, they're kind of at a disadvantage here. They're kind of tunneled into a small hole. Tunnel thingy. But isn't that how ants would behave in real life? If something came into their den? I don't know. Let's see what the question mark does. Nothing? What is one? A lizard. I don't know what would be the toughest enemy. A scorpion? Maybe like 5 scorpions? Let's try 5 scorpions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot. Oh my goodness. Oh. But I have confidence in my mighty potatoes. I'm not really sure what's happening, but they're all dying. Okay, well, 5 scorpions, 5 Imperial scorpions, was no match for them. So, what else should we try? 5 lizards? I think we get the point that my mighty potatoes are very strong. Do, 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 do. Okay, we got a spider. We got 2 praying mantises and a scorpion. The lower grade scorpion looks like we got an earwig and a termite, another earwig, another earwig. Doop, 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 doop. Okay, well we'll do this like 3 more times while I'm saying my goodbyes. After it defeats it. There we go. We'll do 1. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, that has been Empires of the Undergrowth playing with the mighty potatoes. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. And, remember to drink water and eat. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.